Dan Spiegel from Spiegel Ihara Workshop. We are at the low-rise house in Menlo Park, California.
I'm David Spiegel. I live here in this beautiful home that our son designed.
The commissioning process was easier than normal, and it was not unique perhaps, but a thrilling opportunity to design a place for them to live.
This was Dan's first house, and we were a little nervous about it, and we figured it is a risk, but it's a risk worth taking. You know, we have great regard for his skills and ability and motivation.
And it happens to be the lot where the house that I grew up in was, so I know it uniquely well. Spent years and years living here, and reimagine that in a way that takes advantage of the best parts of it. So the key consideration for us to have this be a successful, sustainable home is to have all those things feel like they're completely integrated. And so that's why in this design, what we would try to do is integrate the sustainability features into a natural flow of use, into the natural forms of the building, so that they don't feel like add-ons or accessories or options that could be replaced or taken off or done away with. So there's a few reasons that we came to Nest. Having a system that we didn't have to monitor, manage, or deal with all the time allowed us to effectively power the parts of the house that need it when they need it and not the rest of the time. The Nest Learning Thermostat allows us to divide the house into zones, quite small zones in some cases, that are based less on the volumes of the space and more on the patterns of use of the space.
We can control it from anywhere. You know, we can be away and change temperatures in the rooms, and it learns about what you do. Just letting it learn our behavior and do it, and I've noticed that. It's a system that begins to think for itself. It's sort of adaptive learning in the heating control system that makes my life a lot easier.
When we first built the house, we used the first generation Nest thermostats, but a Nest Pro installer came out recently and upgraded our hardware systems, adding new generation thermostats with their associated features, as well as Nest Protects, which didn't exist before, and a series of indoor and outdoor cameras. One of the things that was pointed out to me by the Pro installer is that the data that's accumulated by the learning systems of the thermostat are stored within the app, and so swapping out the hardware is completely seamless because your system still recognizes where it is.
So it's a wonderful system with a very sophisticated way of controlling how we use the energy. And one of the advantages is that my electricity bills and my natural gas bills are a whole lot lower than they used to be in the old house, which was only 2/3 the size of this one.
So the house was completed 4 years ago, and it's been interesting to sort of catalog a number of different life events against the beginning of this house. It was a new phase for my parents, moving into a new home, the first one they'd ever participated in designing or building in the 30-something years they'd been on this lot. It marked kind of launch of my wife's career. Our wedding was here. Our daughter comes in place here now. So it's become a kind of benchmark for a series of important life events, and has become in many ways the sort of like center for our larger family unit.
Well, it feels especially good. I feel every morning that I wake up in a dream house, but it's partly his dream. I mean, it's partly ours. And that feels especially sweet to have been able to help him help us live the way we want to live.